Something a little different for you guys here. You've never seen this car before. This is my girlfriend's car. It's a 2018 Mazda 3. It's got the 2-liter Skyactiv in it. Nothing too fancy there. Honestly, it's not a ton of power, but with the gearing, the automatic trans, it gets up and goes. It's got some pickup. It's a fun car to throw around. It's light. It's the hatchback, so it's super convenient. I love hatchbacks. We love them in this in this family on this channel. They're super convenient. But anyways, my car is not here, as I'm sure you guys are noticing. It's missing. So my car's broken. The car's very broken. The other day, last week, just after I filmed the video that you guys just saw last week, something in the clutch let go. I'm not sure what yet. We're thinking it's something in the bell housing between the crankshaft and the transmission. So either the flywheel, the pressure plate, throw out bearing, the clutch fork, maybe something there failed. We don't know what. Our working theory is that one of the pucks, one of the pads on the 6-puck might have let go. Apparently, my buddy's seen this before, where one of the pads flies off. It gets wedged in between the pressure plate and one of the other pads, and it just takes up any sort of space that the clutch would have to move, in which case the clutch is never going to move. You're never going to be able to release. So pretty much when the car's off, I can shift through gears no problem. As soon as you start the car and you try to enter it into a gear, first, second, third, whatever, the car will start to lurch forward. So that means that the clutch is not releasing. That's called clutch drag. I've got a lot of experience with clutch drag. My SRT swapped to Neon had clutch drag issues. I've had the Slave go out on my Speed before, and that caused a lot of clutch drag issues. So the clutch is definitely dragging. It's not releasing. So I really didn't feel like getting on my back and pulling that transmission. It's heavy and it's a pain in the ass, and I put so much time and effort and energy into that thing that at this point I'm going to let someone else handle the headache. It's down at Adrena Garage. That is a shop that's owned by my friends, 2 of them actually. Great guys, great shop. I love them to death. So they're going to be pulling the trans and investigating that for me. But anyways, today what we're doing, because we don't have my car to drive or turn wrenches on or do anything with, is yeah. Now, I'm sure you guys heard the key word at the beginning, girlfriend's car. She's pretty good about maintenance. Like when it's time to change the oil, she is on me to do it, or on me to take it somewhere, or she'll take it somewhere. But for some reason, we're a little overdue. So anyways, I'm going to jack it up. I'm going to drain the oil. We're going to get this party started. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's raining pretty good out here. I just wheeled my box back in just as I finished this thing. Just gonna check the level one more time and then it's done. But wow, never been so happy to have a garage, even though it is just a small one. But I'm gonna go over what's wrong with my car, what we're doing to it, what it's gonna get done at the shop, why I'm not working on it. Go through all that right at the end. But just gonna get this thing moved out, and yeah. In case anyone's wondering, total quartz. It's just a off-the-shelf synthetic. Nothing special for this car. You don't really need anything fancy. 0-20 is what it calls for. It's summer, so it's going to be hot. I was considering putting 530, but this motor should still be tight enough that that's not going to matter. Anyways, I need to stop thinking of normal people cars like performance modified cars, because they really ain't. Just take a little walk through here and see what kind of junk I've got in the garage. This beauty here. This thing is in fantastic shape. It's a Sparco Sprint. I've got the bracket, the side mounts back there. I really got to install that. That'll be a video. Wish my car wasn't broken so I could make some content on it. Unfortunately, that's the case. It is. So I'm letting the shop handle this one. I work a full-time job just like everybody. So during the week, I don't have time to spend hours and hours thinking around with it. And on the weekends, honestly, I want to drive it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to spend hours being frustrated pulling the transmission on the ground. It's a nightmare of a job. It's really a heavy transmission, and I don't want to do it. I just don't care to. So I'm going to let the shop handle this one. They can have the stress on this one. At the end of the day, it's only money. People get upset when their cars break. I was upset, but my girlfriend always tells me this thing. It's only money. It's only money. You just give somebody money, they give you back a working car. It's a beautiful thing. So in this case, I'm going to use money to fix it. I know what the, I know how to take the trans out. It's not an issue of, do I, can I or can I not do it? It's if I want to or don't want to. I don't want to. But yeah, wow, it's really coming down out there. I want to go over a little bit of my OTA, so Ontario Time Attack. The track is GP, Grand Prix track at Mosport in Bowmanville. It's Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Canadian Tire is the guys who own it. I don't know if they built it or bought it or whatever. I think they actually built it. It's a fantastic facility. It's pro. They run Le Mans there, LMP, all that stuff. I think they might have done F1 there back 10, 15, 20 years ago, but don't quote me on that. So it's a very kind of special and significant track. Now, I didn't want to compete there this season because this will be my first time on that track. And the difference between going out with an instructor and going out on your own and competing is like night and day. When you have the instructor in there and he's telling you what to do and you're just, you know, listening to him, doing what he says, inputs smooth, slowly, you're not pushing for time, there's really no stress, and it's a great environment to learn. And when you're competing and you're in the car by yourself, you got your brain only says one thing: I need to go faster than that guy. Car's got a lot of power. Faster, faster, faster. Floor it earlier. You know, brake later. No, this track, not the type of track you want to do that at. The reason being, walls. The whole track is walled. Being a professional track, it's concrete walls all around. Concrete. You hit that, that's it. Your car's done. Depending on how fast you hit it or where you hit it, could be worse. So I'm not scared, but I am definitely respectful of the speed that that track brings. Significantly faster than anywhere I've ever gone before. I usually hit around 180. Grand Bend last season I hit about just under 200 because I was lifting early at the straight there. The straightaway at this track is like a 240, 250 kph straight in a car that has power. My car probably 240, I'm thinking, maybe 250. So it's quite a bit of speed. I can put up on the screen what that is in mile per hour. But then the corner after that straightaway, it's a 100 mile per hour corner, 90 to 100 miles per hour, kilometers, 150, 160. So it's a fast corner, providing you've got the grip. I think downforce obviously will help with that. I don't have any downforce, so I'll be relying on tire suspension and getting the car settled. At those speeds, the car needs to be settled. If it's not 100% planted and the weight is already finished being transferred after you've done your braking temp to the corner, if you don't get that right, that is it. You forget about it. You're not making it. At those speeds, there's no room for dinking around. So yeah, that's gonna be good. That's not until July, end of July. So it's gonna be a while, but for now, let's just work on getting my car back on the channel so we don't have to look at you know, any more boring oil change videos. So I just want to finish off and conclude by saying that GP track that weekend, I'm gonna be doing the whole weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday. Because the track day on May 16th is canceled because of our lockdown, I'm going to transfer that credit, that purchase that I did for the 16th, I'm going to transfer that over to the competition day. So July 25th will be a school, learning, instructors, taking it easy. And the next day, the 26th, I believe, or is it the 25th is the Sunday. The 25th is going to be the competition day, so I will be competing. Honestly, depending on how the school day goes and how I feel will determine on how hard I push. If I podium, if I even, you know, put down a respectable time. I've never been there, so I have no benchmark on the car. But I do know one thing is we're going to have to probably slow down the rotation of the car. So either add a little rear camber, play with the, you know, the tire pressures, even the dampening. I haven't touched the dampening on my car yet. All the dampening's set in the middle, and it's been fantastic. But a track like that where you've got a lot of speed, you want weight transfer, not to be slower, but to be more controlled. So that's going to be something that I focus on in the setup. Again, might add a little rear camber, might play with the dampening, might just go out and send it and just play with tire pressures. I find that I can really control the way the rear of the car comes around with tire pressure, especially on the RE71s. 2 or 3 PSI makes the difference between having nothing in the rear and having it, you know, gripped up. So you probably start with that, and maybe, you know, in the future make adjustments for that track. I don't think I'm going to need it because I'm just not going to be pushing that hard. But again, I mean, we'll see. It depends who shows up, how confident they are. Most of the competitors in this series have done this track multiple times. This is the only Time Attack series in Ontario that actually runs this track. It's an insurance thing. It's very expensive, and you've got to have a lot of positivity behind your organization in order to even get insurance for that track. So it's a pretty big deal, and it's going to be crazy. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, I mean, let's get the car back together. Hopefully next week it's back on the road. We'll see. I mean, as soon as I know, I'll make a video about it. And that's it.